What's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's talk about it. The Robert Easter Javier Fortuna fight. Man, was this fight a case of a style fight that you wanted to see? I mean, Fortuna kind of lured you to sleep with the way that he boxed, the way he kept tying up, grabbing behind the head, and hitting behind the head. If Fortuna ever would use his right hand as much as his left, you would see a much different fight than what you saw tonight. He controlled the way to fight, the style of the fight, and how it was going to be dictated. Robert Easter, who has more talent as a fighter than Fortuna, fell into the trap of fighting to his opponent's level. Instead of using combinations, using the jab, working off of the jab, throwing feints, he telegraphed every big shot, and they went winging and rolled by Fortuna, who kept throwing wild looping shots and small short counter left, where he actually buckled Robert Easter in one of the rounds. After Robert Easter landed a right hand, he was looking to step in for the left hook. Robert Easter was caught and buzzed, and he realized he's not the strongest guy in there. And Fortuna, who didn't make weight and was docked $10,000 for missing weight, was only paid $65,000 for the fight, period. So this, was a big turn of events. Plus, this was a big chance for him to make a statement, but he don't get the he don't get a title. I mean, he doesn't get the belt. So even if he won, Robert Easter would have kept the title. Now, it was a rough night for Robert Easter. He did have some success. It's not like he got blanked out of here. But the scorecards was one for Fortuna, one for Robert Easter. Then somebody gave Robert Easter the fight by like 3 rounds, and that was not cool. If they scored the fight a draw, I could have saw that, but to take it from Fortuna, who smothered the action of Robert Easter, if you have active hands instead of waiting to let go like Robert Easter did in this fight, he would have been a lot more successful and could have had a lot more easier of a night. Fortuna showed and proved to the world that he is a legitimate 135 and he can hit at this weight class. He's always been heavy-handed, but he really proved it to Robert Easter, who was naturally the bigger guy. But the more solid puncher is definitely Javier Fortuna, as he was rocking Robert Easter a lot in this fight, throwing his punches off speed. That's his defense. He uses his offense to set up his defense. So that's how that fight went. Now, in the main event, Errol Spence versus Lamont Peterson. This was a tale of both guys, Robert Easter Jr. and Lamont Peterson's terrible footwork. I don't know what it is, but these guys' footwork is not great at all. It's almost next to terrible. Lamont Peterson squares up so much that if I was a boxing trainer, this would annoy the heck out of me. Because he, for no reason, decides to square up. And it doesn't even make sense. To get the leverage, you didn't even have to move up another step or square yourself. You keep your right foot back on your heel, and you just turn on the punches. You don't need to step up with that foot. That just made you stable. He can Humpty Puff, Humpty Dumpty, blow your house down or whatever. At that point, my goodness. If you off balance and you square it up, it's easy to get knocked down. But he was game. He's a veteran. He's been here before, but he's always been like that gatekeeper, the guy that couldn't win the real big one. And just send everybody home happy. So Lamont Peterson came out with the strategy of, I'm just going to wait for my opening, and when it comes, then I'm going to turn on him. And we're going to start working from there. And that's what he was doing, being on the defense. So, as Errol Spence from the southpaw stance went to the body, went to the head, mixed up his combinations, he was able to make Lamont Peterson look stagnant at a lot of times. And those hard jabs to the body, by him being in the shell defense, you're just giving Errol Spence a chance to be first. And Errol is a big 147. A lot bigger than this guy. And it's not going to work. This guy's going to see through that. Then you're going to be in the middle of another war. Unbelievable. Errol Spence is just too good, man. And Lamont Peterson, I mean, he's got so many hearts, but he's been in so many wars. And the long layoff, I saw a lot of ring rust in there, but he kept squaring up with his feet and making so many mistakes. Then Barry Hunter just quit on the guy. You know, it's just like, you just gave up on him. And just said, you know, live to fight another day. And I'm like, I wouldn't want to see Lamont Peterson after this. It's like, you might as well retire after this fight. Because that's about all he got left. It's like, what are you doing it for? What you going to get out of it? You're done. So they stopped the fight in what, the 8th round? You know, they only have like, what, 2 more rounds to go? So, it is what it is. I'm gone. Y'all have a great night, and don't forget to subscribe. Come on, Keith Thurman. Come out of hiding. All you gotta do is make the call. Our number ain't changed in 2 years. Make that call. Call Holly. Call Floyd. And I'm out.